edition of Chardonnay Chat. My name is May and I'm joined today by Marjo Pruse. Welcome, Marjo.
Thanks, May.
That's okay. Tell me, so it's January and we've just had Christmas break, and the other day we got talking about what Marjo got up to over the Christmas break. Other than lots of eating and lots of family time, she took some time out to read a really great book, and we wanted to share that with you because it really inspired me.
Great, yes. So I happened to pick up the book Barefoot Investor by Scott Pape. Now, I heard a little bit of talk about the book and I thought I've got to have a look at it myself and see whether it's worth all the hype. And I was pleasantly surprised.
Cool.
And obviously why I started talking with you about it.
We're all talking about it now.
I think that it's very simple advice. It's the kind of advice that you think, I know that I should be doing that.
Yeah.
But I think the key for a lot of us accountants included, is that we know we should be doing things, but we don't necessarily go and do them. It's like we know that we shouldn't have eaten so much cake at Christmas time or had so much wine. We know we shouldn't have, but we did anyway. So I think it's the same concept. There's so many things in terms of our finances that we know we could be and should be doing better. Yeah.
It's a bit like the January, get started on the fitness thing. It's no different with finances. And I think, so Marjo recommended it to me and I've started reading it now as well. And there was a really great little story in there, or one of his key tips is to have this financial date night. And I thought, what a fantastic idea, because in my opinion, we don't talk enough openly about money. In some families, it's not talked about. It's not talked about between spouses and with kids. And I thought, what great advice to actually bring it to the table and have a discussion. And what he actually does in this book, I thought, is make something that's fairly boring, i.e. finances. We love it, but not everyone does. A bit interesting, really, and it was a great read.
Yeah. Yeah, I think one of the things that he's encouraging in the book is all about having a plan. He talks about, visualising where we were 5 years ago, and in particular, visualising where we were financially 5 years ago. And for most of us, myself included, it's probably pretty similar to where we are now. So unfortunately, we haven't made much headway. And so he's trying to basically say, if we don't start now, in 5 years' time, we're going to be in exactly the same spot.
Yeah, it's all about getting started.
Exactly, it's all about getting started. He uses the analogy of an apple tree, so of planting an apple tree. And I guess he's trying to paint the picture that if you do something now, it's not going to initially bear amazing fruit. But if you think about how an apple tree would progress after you planted it, probably the first few harvests, probably going to be quite small apples, maybe a little bit bitter. But over time, like in 5 years' time, you can start to see some amazing pieces of fruit growing, and you can see all of your hard work come to fruition. So I guess what he's encouraging us is to take the steps now. Plant the tree, and hopefully in 5 years' time, we won't be in the same position again. We'll start to see some reward for our efforts.
Which comes back to the quote we use a lot with ourselves and our clients at Atticus, and that's, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And we're also talking this afternoon about the insanity quote, like, if you keep doing the same thing you've always done, then you'll get the same results. So Scott Pape in his book talks about plant the tree, grow the tree, and then enjoy the harvest. But you've got to start with planting that tree.
Yeah, exactly. So I think what we'd like to encourage everyone to do, pick up a copy of the book, have a bit of a read, have those date nights, plant a tree.
Yep. And we were saying, if you would like us to come along to your date night and get you started, we're very happy to join you over a Chardonnay. So let us know. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.